This is News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss of WDWNT.com. Please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell to make sure you never miss the latest from the Disney theme parks all around the world. Now, before we get to the news, I got to mention today's sponsor, which of course is waitsigns.com. If you're constantly looking for ways to bring the magic of the parks back to your home long after your vacation's over, maybe you're checking ride wait times from home, you watch resort TV, listen to park music, but waitsigns.com just released their brand new wait time display, which you've seen if you've watched the last several shows. I just pulled this out of it, but we're going to keep going, folks, because we're recording with a live audience today. There we go. I fixed it. It creates the nostalgia of the Disney Resort and Hotel experience in your own home. When you turn on the device, you're greeted by a personalized welcome message just as if you were checking in, and you can then tap over to your very own resort channel, which displays actual park hours and special event times. And just like their fully working wait time signs that we showed you last year, these wait times displays show actual wait times. Right now we're looking at Disneyland park hours because that's where I'm getting on a flight in like less than 2 hours. This is definitely a way to live your life, folks. If we click parks, we get on the monorail, and I think we're gonna go, it should take us, I assume, to Magic Kingdom. There we are. When you can park hop on the monorail whenever you want to any other park. There's also a fully customized vacation countdown fireworks show to get you excited for your trip. And perhaps the coolest feature is the virtual terrace that'll display a live stream of the Orlando skyline, which lets you watch the Magic Kingdom and Epcot fireworks in real time, like having your own window out onto the town. These are a great gift idea for the Disney Parks fan in your life who already owns everything for sale at the parks, you know, like me. So head over to waitsigns.com, use the code NEWS15 for 15% off your order today. I'm gonna go back to Disneyland so I know what the park hours are and if I can make it tonight. I think I could get, I think they're open till midnight. I think I'll make it. Anyway, let's hear now the news for October 25th, 2024. Walt Disney World has released the full list of exclusive Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party food and beverage offerings, as well as some of the festive menu items that'll be available during the regular Magic Kingdom park hours. There is some crazy stuff. There's like, I believe there's chicken nuggets with sage butter on them, and also a holiday hot dog, which has all the trimmings of a Thanksgiving meal on top of a hot dog in either regular or foot-long size. There are many, many items, so you can read them all at WDWNT.com if you're interested. Meanwhile, 5 new dishes have made their debut at 2 Disney's Hollywood Studios restaurants this week, being the Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater and Mama Melrose's Ristorante Italiano. At the Sci-Fi Dine-In, guests can enjoy 2 new dishes, the first being the Beamed Up Burger with Fries. The burger features 2 pressed signature blend patties, American cheese, shredded lettuce, jalapeno bourbon bacon jam, and house-made burger sauce on a brioche bun. Next up is the prime rib sandwich, which includes a toasted hoagie roll filled with shaved prime rib, provolone cheese, house-made gardeniere, arugula, and a side of au jus. And at Mama Melrose's, they have 3 new dishes. They have Mama's Pasta with Shrimp, which includes 3 cheese sauce, sauteed kale, cavatappi, roasted butternut squash, and wild mushroom. Also joining the menu is the plant-based Tuscan white bean puree with roasted garlic and eggplant, fresh herbs, and chili oil. The final item is the braised Wagyu beef on orchette with red wine braised Wagyu beef, dried cherries, and pink peppercorn. The Star Wars Trading Post, one of the 2 Star Wars stores at Disney Springs, has closed permanently. The Star Wars Trading Post was a store in the marketplace section at Disney Springs. It offered off-planet Star Wars Galaxy's Edge merchandise as well as your regular generic Star Wars merchandise as well. But all of the shop signage has been removed from the building. Signs in the windows inform guests that the Star Wars Trading Post is closed and directs them to Once Upon a Toy across the way for galactic supplies. Of course, the Star Wars Galactic Outpost is still open on the west side of Disney Springs. The build-your-own lightsaber experience remains inside Once Upon a Toy, and the store also now offers more Star Wars merchandise, including action figures, helmets, plush, and lightsabers. The rumor is that the Santa Claus meet and greet is going to take the place of the Star Wars shop there. The Cake Bake Shop by Gwendolyn Rogers has soft opened, and now as of today is officially open for Friday, October 25th. We, of course, went to both the bakery and the restaurant yesterday. Already out at the time this video is released is the review of the cakes from the bakery. You can go watch that right now. We tried 3 slices of cake, 1 slice of pie, totaling $93. You go check out that review now. Also coming up is our full review of the restaurant, where we tried a number of items in there. That review should be released on the channel sometime today, possibly tomorrow. But if you want to read it, if you can't wait, the post is already live at wdwnt.com. But either way, the Cake Bake Shop, after many years of waiting, finally open. Disney unveiled the Moana splash pad at Disney Vacation Club's Island Tower at Disney's Polynesian Villas and Bungalows. Walt Disney Imagineering, the Disney Vacation Club, and Disney Parks shared a video of construction manager Anna showing off the new Moana splash pad. A life-size Moana sculpture is featured on her outrigger, which we spotted at the tower a few months ago. And Moana is positioned to face the Seven Seas Lagoon and the Magic Kingdom across the water as if she's sailing there. Might be faster than the monorail some days. The detailed sculpture includes Moana's necklace holding the heart of Te Fiti, and the actual padding of the play area features different blues and greens inspired by the ocean. It sits next to the tower's pool, which was recently filled. Of course, the Island Tower at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort will open in December on the 17th. Disney has announced that the room refurbishments that began at Disney's Port Orleans Resort French Quarter in May have been extended into early 2025. They were scheduled to be completed in November of this year, but Disney has again announced that it will now be done sometime in early next year. The new rooms are more vibrant and feature details honoring New Orleans, the Princess and the Frog, and Mardi Gras. The standard brown furniture was replaced, and the main dresser is now blue with the white marble top. The headboards are also blue, and the wall above each features a colorful design that stands out against the rest of the plain white walls. The new rooms are also more modern, seeing as they have the Hey Disney devices and multiple USB and USB-C outlets throughout the space as well. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, Be Our Guest Vacations. Your dream vacation begins with Be Our Guest and their concierge team of expert vacation planners. Head on over to beourguestvacations.com/WDWNT. Their team will design your next magical vacation, from the Walt Disney World and Disneyland Resorts to Disney Cruise Line to Adventures by Disney and more. They're also able to book unforgettable VIP tours where you and your group can experience the ultimate park day. And the best part is their concierge services are 100% free. There they go. So book today. Of course, we are currently seeing Magic Key previews for Tiana's Bayou adventure at Disneyland. We attended one of those first previews. You were able to watch a video of the ride, in fact, right here on our channel right now, if you would like. The official opening still set for November 15th. In the meantime, though, we are starting to see the area come to life. The main entry sign to Bayou Country has appeared. The new sign hasn't changed much from the old Critter Country sign, although Spanish moss with glowing fireflies now hangs across the top. The same carved animals are depicted holding up the sign, with the addition of a blue stork on top to make it more Louisiana, I guess. As well, Ray's Berets is now open. That store opened a little early. And meanwhile, the Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree was supposed to officially open today, but it soft opened on October 24th. And I think I've said this on several shows already, but I am heading out to Disneyland again in less than 2 hours. I have to be on an airplane heading out there. One of the things we're heading out for is to review the Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree. I want to quickly say, though, I like the decor a lot. They gave a little tour, but our good friend Guy Selga out on X posted, he sat there and documented the entire music loop, and only 3 of the songs in the music loop are from a Country Bear Jamboree show, and they're all from the new one at Magic Kingdom. I hate to be that guy, but I think it's a little weird that we didn't build from scratch. We rethemed a restaurant to a musical bear show, and in the music loop of the musical bear show themed restaurant, we have 3 songs from said musical bear show and only 1 of 4 versions of that show. I think that is a weird choice to not play more Country Bear music at the Country Bear restaurant. I don't know what happened. I'm sure it was a money thing with licensing. I know if you haven't watched, we did an honest review finally of the Country Bear Musical Jamboree here in Florida. And one of the things we had been told was the reason that got greenlit mostly was they sold it to the Disney under the guise that, oh, well, we have to pay licensing. We don't create all these songs in the original Country Bear show. We pay fees for these. And so one of the things was, well, if we make it all Disney music, then we don't have to pay fees. So obviously, if they're not willing to pay it for a real show in Florida, then they're probably not going to pay it to put it in the background music loop of the restaurant in California. So I'm sure that's what happened. It makes me a little sad. Disney does own the the rights to several more original songs, at least from the Vacation Hoedown show. So I think it's weird that Great Outdoors didn't at least make it in here, but we'll see. We'll see how I feel when I get there. We'll bring you a review very soon. A survey sent to Disneyland Resort guests suggests they're considering adding a haunted maze and other entertainment to Oogie Boogie Bash. A guest recently shared a page of the survey in a Magic Key Holders Facebook group. The last question asked about their level of interest in things that they might want added to Oogie Boogie Bash, which is a set of separately ticketed after-hours Halloween parties held annually at Disney California Adventure. The list of options included a haunted maze, a Hocus Pocus stage show, of course the Magic Kingdom has one of those, more Halloween-themed entertainment like shows, parades, or fireworks, shorter wait times for rides, more Halloween-themed rides, more Disney villains for photo ops or sightings, more character sightings, more photo locations, a Nightmare Before Christmas stage show, more rare or uncommon characters, more characters in general roaming around the park. The Haunted Maze in particular stands out as Disney already offers versions of most of those other items. Oogie Boogie Bash does feature rare Disney villains and other characters on trick-or-treat trails, as well as the Frightfully Fun Parade. Haunted mazes are a popular offering at Universal's Halloween Horror Nights, as well as out there at the nearby Not Scary Farm. Though a Disney haunted maze probably wouldn't be as gory or scary as some of those, there's plenty of mildly scary Disney material to choose from, including Hocus Pocus, The Nightmare Before Christmas, etc. The closest thing currently at Oogie Boogie Bash to a haunted maze is Villains Grove, which is a walkthrough experience that turns Redwood Creek Challenge Trail into an eerie, magical space inspired by the villains. Most of this achieved through lighting and sound effects. There are very few prop sets, and there are no characters in there. It is worth mentioning Disneyland offers the Ghoul House Haunted Maze in Redwood Creek Challenge Trail, but that is only to cast members once a year. The other bit of historical context that's important here is there is a Disney park in the world that has done haunted houses. Hong Kong Disneyland has done a couple, and they're real wild and wacky. And we don't have video of them, but if you go searching in YouTube, you will find them. There was a scary Pinocchio one year. There was a Nightmare Before Christmas one. They're super cool and interesting and kind of out there for Disney. They're the only park that's done it. And obviously, Universal is the forerunner in that market. And it's weird because usually most things Universal has done are, most of these other companies have done are things that mimic what Disney has done in creating essentially the theme park from the amusement park. But this is one of those things that Disney has never really tried to emulate, but others have found a lot of success in. So it's interesting to hear that they maybe are still thinking about that. I wish they would do it. I think it would be spectacular. Villains Grove is a good, I felt Villains Grove was kind of like testing the waters. It's more experiential, but it sets a mood and it's something that you can hide during the day really well. So I love this idea. Let me know in the comments how you feel about it. Would anyone here want to go through a Disney haunted house? Yeah, so see, there's your market research right there. I think we're all in agreement. Disneyland Resort has announced holiday dining experiences that'll be available at resort hotels this winter. On select days from December 3rd through the 24th, guests will be able to join Santa and Mrs. Claus for a new tea party at the Hearthstone Lounge at Disney's Grand Californian Hotel and Spa. Mrs. Claus has been hard at work putting together a selection of holiday bites for holiday tea with Santa and Mrs. Claus at the Hearthstone Lounge. The elevated holiday experience will feature a variety of premium loose-leaf teas, the finest tea sandwiches, and delicately prepared treats. Highlights include a caprese salad, shrimp salad, prime Holstein tea sandwiches, truffled Christmas egg, and scones. Experience options include a classic tea, a premium tea, or a deluxe tea experience, with the deluxe tea including strawberries and a chantilly cream and a glass of champagne. Guests can also get photos with Santa and Mrs. Claus. The couple will share stories of the joy of holiday baking with family and friends, as well as the fine art of sipping tea. And jingle bells will play throughout the restaurant during the experience. The bookings will open on Halloween for that Christmas experience, as you would expect. Also at the Grand Californian will be Mickey's Holiday Pajama Party breakfast and brunch. This experience is from November 19th through January 1st at Storytellers Cafe. Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, Chip, and Dale will appear dressed in cozy holiday pajamas. The restaurant will offer seasonally themed bites and be decorated for the holidays. Mickey and Friends do not appear during dinner, but the All You Care to Enjoy buffet will have holiday items, including on Thanksgiving. To experience these holiday experiences at Storytellers Cafe, you can check their availability on the app or website. And over at the Disneyland Hotel is Goofy's Kitchen celebrates the holidays. Goofy and his friends dress in their holiday best to welcome you to this holly jolly dining experience from November 19th through January 2nd. Characters will appear for breakfast, brunch, and dinner, and guests will dine on limited time holiday delights. You can visit the official website to book that limited time offering already. Disneyland Resort holiday food guides will be available later, so we still don't know what the rest of the resort is doing, but we know what the hotels are doing. If you want a taste of what holiday character buffet dining is like at the Disneyland Resort, I recently put out a video of when we did Storytellers and Goofy's Kitchen for Halloween. It's kind of Christmas in that Goofy's Kitchen, strangely enough, had Christmas cupcakes out. We still don't know what happened. It was really weird. But go watch the video to see what happened when we went to those establishments. It's right here on the channel. Disneyland Resort is offering all guests up to 25% off a hotel stay and Disney Visa cardholders up to 30% off in early 2025. Guests can make reservations with these offers until March 7th of 2025 for travel January 7th through March 20th. On weekdays or weekends, save up to 25% on select stays at Disneyland Resort hotels of 4 nights or more. On Sunday through Thursday night, save up to 20% on the Grand Californian, the Disneyland Hotel, and the villas at the Disneyland Hotel. And on the same day, save up to 10% on the Pixar Place Hotel. The offers are valid on standard and premium room types, and Disney Visa card members can save up to 30% off on select premium rooms at a Disneyland Resort hotel for stays Sunday to Thursday nights. The new Broken Spell Lounge, inspired by Sleeping Beauty, opened at the Disneyland Hotel this week. It's open from 4 p.m. to midnight daily. The lounge offers cocktails and bites, which we'll review later. In fact, guess where I'm going this weekend? In fact, it's where I'm going tonight. Going to go check that out. We'll bring you a review of that as well. If you want to take a photo tour, it is available at WDWNT.com. The Disney Treasure is marking its final construction milestone this week with its delivery ceremony in the Netherlands. The delivery ceremony was held in Eemshaven, Netherlands. I apologize if I mispronounced that. In attendance were team members, shipyard workers, and the Meyer-Werft team. Traditionally, a delivery ceremony marks the transfer of ownership between a shipyard partner and the ship owner, in this case, Meyer-Werft to Disney Cruise Line. With this milestone, the countdown really begins toward the Disney Treasure's maiden voyage on December 21st of 2024. I'm not sure what I'm allowed to say at this point, but I'm going to say it anyway. They are christening the ship in New York in next month and not in Port Canaveral. We have been invited to that, so we will bring you that. And as part of that, we are getting a tour of some of the semi-completed facilities. So you don't have to wait for the maiden voyage, even though we'll be on that. You don't have to wait for it. In November, we will bring you the beginnings of our Disney Treasure coverage. We will also be on the media cruise sometime, I think it's a week or so before the maiden, and then we will also be on the maiden to show you what the real guest experience is like as well. So stay tuned. We got a lot of coverage of the Treasure coming up. Walt Disney Imagineering shared a closer look at the vehicles of the 3 Marvel rides that'll be on the Disney Adventure cruise ship. The upper deck of the Disney Adventure will feature Marvel Landing with Iron Cycle Test Run, Pym Quantum Racers, and Groot Galaxy Spin. On Iron Cycle Test Run, the first ever roller coaster for Disney Cruise Line and what will be the longest roller coaster at sea, riders will test drive Tony Stark's latest Iron Cycle prototype. And after a quick driving lesson from Friday, guests will set out on a gravity-defying ride suspended 30 feet above the upper deck aboard, again, the longest roller coaster at sea. Pym Quantum Racers will see guests take the wheel of Pym Tech modified mini cars for a trip around a full-scale toy set track packed with oversized and undersized obstacles. And on Groot Galaxy Spin, guests can blast into an awesome mix of high-soaring feats and bass-boosted beats aboard vehicles that look an awful lot like the Cosmic Rewind vehicles. They just kind of replicated them. Again, it's kind of interesting. Imagineers have installed the new Disney Theater facade and marquee in the Walt Disney Studios Park at Disneyland Paris. The new theater facade includes a sign reading Disney Theater, which a crane lifted into place. The facade is inside World Premiere, the entrance building to the park formerly known as Disney Studio One. It closed earlier this year for the reimagining, part of the major overhaul that will see the park renamed Disney Adventure World. The sign is set against a gold and green facade with a hidden Mickey detail, which you'll see if you look closely here. You can spot his ears and the sorcerer's hat. Disneyland Paris president Natasha Rafalski and Walt Disney Imagineering wrote on Instagram that the facade and marquee weighs 3 tons, about the size of a baby blue whale. And while Studio One resembled a Hollywood Boulevard movie set, The updated space will be an open-air movie studio with decor inspired by historic Hollywood theaters. And guests will act as the VIPs of a film premiere. The movie theater Facade is a portal into the rest of the park, and the former restaurant Ancoulis will become Hollywood Gardens Restaurant, where guests will dine at a movie premiere garden party. The Splash Mountain gift shop at Tokyo Disneyland is closing permanently next month, although the ride remains open and a new pin for the ride is actually on the way. The gift shop, called Hoot and Holler Hideout, is closing forever on November 30th, according to the Tokyo Disney Resort website. Splash Mountain at Tokyo Disneyland is the last version of the ride in the world. Of course, the others closed in 2023 to make way for Tiana's Bayou adventure. Of course, there are rumors that Disney wants to replace the Tokyo version. However, no official plans have been announced, and the Oriental Land Company, who owns and operates Tokyo Disney Resort, has not given a reason for the closure of the store. And yeah, we don't know anything at this point. But the announcement comes right as Tokyo Disney Resort revealed a new Splash Mountain pin, crazy enough, which will be released on October 24th. That's out now. Part of a series of attraction-inspired pins. It features Mickey and Pluto riding the log flume. It'll be 1,200 yen. Interestingly enough, this is reused art from a 2009 pin from the e-ticket series at the U.S. Disney parks. So it's slightly modified, but it's reused art, but nonetheless a new Splash Mountain product being released in Japan. But at the same time, they're closing the store. That's not a high-traffic area. Yeah, you do exit from the ride and have to eventually walk through here. But it's a real small kind of kiosk area. So I don't know if we should read into this or not, but it is strange that they're just giving up on it. And when Tokyo Disney says something is gone forever, they mean it. It will not return if they've said it's closed permanently. When they make a statement, it is always fact. It is not gone back on. So the store is definitely done. Major Tokyo Disney Resort stage shows will add paid seating through Disney Premier Access starting next month. Disney Premier Access, or DPA, will now be available for Mickey's Magical Music World and Club Mouse Beat at Tokyo Disneyland, as well as Big Band Beat at Tokyo Disney Sea. These shows still offer entry request, which is the lottery system in the Tokyo Disney Resort app. Guests who don't get an entry time through the lottery can now purchase DPA for each show. I want to mention, that doesn't make it sound like the lottery is necessary. It is. You cannot really go see these shows without it. Some shows sometimes offer a standby show, which is usually the first one of the day, but usually that means you have to go stand out there for an hour or more if you want to get in. But for most shows, you need the lottery to get in or you don't see the show. Anyway, with show viewing through DPA, guests can select their admission time when they purchase access and enjoy a reserved viewing area. On the chart you're looking at now, the blue areas near the center of the theater are DPA seating. The pink areas closer to the stage are for vacation package holders, and the rest is, of course, those who won the lottery. The Tokyo Disney Resort website lists DPA for Big Band Beat starting at 2,500 yen. Pricing is not yet, not starting yet, it will be 2,500 yen all the time. Pricing is not yet listed for Club Mouse Beat or Mickey's Magical Music World, but DPA will be available for the Tokyo Disney Resort shows beginning on November 13th. It can be purchased on the day of your visit after entering the park only. I want to say something here. I always celebrate Tokyo Disney. They do a lot of things right. Post-COVID, they have done a lot of things wrong, and one of the things they've done wrong is entertainment. A lot of stuff is still not back, especially at Disney Sea, and the fact that they're going to sell reserved seating for the half-baked version of Big Band Beat. It's not full Big Band Beat. It's still Big Band Beat, a special treat, which is a really scaled-back, shorter show that is cheaper to run. So the fact that they're just like, I don't know when we're going to do the real one, but we might as well sell seating to this one, is nonsense. Japan has fully recovered from COVID at this point. Obviously, it took them longer to come out of the recovery period as far as business recovering, but they're out of it now. So there's no real reason for this other than money. So I'm very surprised after many years of seeing them really outshine the Walt Disney Company. They're kind of falling into a lot of the same traps, and I hope that will not continue. McDonald's locations in China are currently offering Shanghai Disney Resort toys featuring Donald Duck in honor of his 90th birthday and a chance to win a trip to a Disney park. Ex-user Mini Hong Kong Disneyland shared a picture of the toys from a Beijing McDonald's. The location also featured a Shanghai Disney Resort banner advertising Zootopia, which of course opened in 2023. Each Happy Meal consists of one of 6 Donald Duck toys. 3 figures featured Donald on iconic elements of the park, including the train engine from Mickey's Storybook Express Parade, the crow's nest from the top of the Siren's Revenge ship, and a horse from the Fantasia Carousel. And the other 3 put him in front of a backdrop, either being the entrance to Mickey Avenue, the Enchanted Storybook Castle, or the Roaring Mountain. If you want to see those things for real, we still have our vlog series up here from Shanghai, where I gave pretty much a full many-hour tour of the park through, I think it was 9 parts in that series. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. It's a fun time. Hope you enjoy it. For the absolute latest on these stories and all that didn't make it into today's show, be sure to check WDWNT.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. You can support the entire team behind the show and others by joining the WDWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted show and event tickets, and more. Special shout out to all of our WIGS members watching who make this show happen every week. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying, enjoy the rest of your today. Have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.